Good morning, lovelies. So it's been a very long time since I posted on this channel, but I wanted to do a video update on my writing. So it is 6:46 and both of my youngest boys are awake, and we have kind of a little bit of a busy morning. We're gonna go to the gym, and then I'm going to take my middle child to his dance class. And hopefully while he is at his dance class, I'll be able to actually sit in the truck. And I'm hoping that my youngest will be asleep because that's around his nap time, and sometimes he falls asleep on the way to the studio. So hopefully he takes a nap while the other one is in dance class, and then I can chat with you guys. And yeah, that's my plan. We'll see how it goes. So we got a little bit of a late start just because I remembered that I needed to put some air in the tires. That took a little extra time, but we got to the gym roughly on time. The boys played and I was able to do a 5K, a little over 5K run. That was really awesome. Then I took a shower, sat in the hot tub for a little while, and read my book, and yeah. Awesome. Now Abraham is at his dance class, and I have my youngest sitting in my lap, so we'll see how long this works. He's probably gonna crawl around here and play. So if you have not read my blog recently, I have decided to dedicate all of 2024 to being a full-time author. So that means that, for me anyway, that means I am basically trying to solely focus on my writing. I have so many hobbies and interests and all of that, and so it's very easy for me to just get really stretched thin, and I'm just trying to do too many things. So I decided if I could only do one thing, what would that be? And I settled on writing because it is my oldest passion. Ever since I can remember, I've wanted to be an author, and now I am. But I would like to be consistently selling books and earning a living as an author. So that's my goal. So that's my big goal for this year, is to just completely treat it like a business, basically. In January, I finished my sequel to my novella Hunting Death. It's called Serenading Death. So that is complete now, the first draft anyway. So now I am working on editing. So all of February I am planning to work on editing. It's going well so far. It's slower than I anticipated, mostly because I don't have clear objectives, I guess, each time I sit down to work. So with writing, I was able to be like, okay, I'm going to shoot for 1,000 words a day. So I knew when I had 10 minutes to write, I needed to write a couple hundred words or whatever it was, I would just write as much as I could, trying to hit that 1,000 words a day kind of goal. And so with editing, it's a little bit harder because it's not like, oh, I'm going to edit 1,000 words a day or whatever. So I kind of want to do like a chapter a day, but I don't feel like that's realistic, because some chapters are a little bit longer than others, as much as I try to keep them about the same size. They're roughly 3,000 words to 5,000 words. It just kind of depends on the chapter. So, and obviously some sections I need to expound on, and some places I need to shrink a little bit, and so there's a little bit of tweaking that has to happen. So it's harder for me to figure out what a set editing goal is for the day, and even maybe it's as simple as making sure that I spend an hour a day editing. And so I'm trying to figure out what my process is in order to make it work in my brain where I can like have clear set you okay? Bad cough. So that I can have clear set goals, because it makes it easier to execute those when I do have time to write. So as a mom of 3, it's a little bit trickier to find time to do this. So I'm trying to work out what this means and kind of figure it out. So for writing, I was waking up at 5 a.m. because my kids all wake up super early. I am lucky if my middle child sleeps past 6. He usually wakes up around 6 o'clock. So we're all pretty early birds. But yeah, and lately my youngest has started doing the same thing. So if I want an hour before everybody wakes up, I have to get up at like 5. But that's hard to do. That's like, leaves me really tired. So then also throughout the day, there's moments where I can sit and I was able to write. Lately, it's been a little bit harder to find those moments because we've gotten a little bit busier with just things like my middle child having dance class, and my oldest child is now starting karate. So that's, makes it so that we're going more places, which I love, because I very easily can become a hermit and just kind of like stick to myself and just go to the couple places we usually go, and so I like that we're doing more outside the home. I like that my kids are getting more exposure to other people and other situations, and I like that. It's really good. That is one thing that I do actually like about living in the city. I grew up way far out, and we were like 30 minutes at least away from anything. So I grew up pretty like rugged and like out there, and that is like good in its own way. But it also meant that I really didn't have a lot of like friends or socialization outside of like going to church every Sunday. So it's nice. I like that my kids have other things and other situations, other experiences like that from these young ages. But anyway, that's not the point. So I'm trying to figure out where I can fit in like work, kind of. My husband has 3-day weekends, Wednesday through Saturday, and then he has Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. So I'm thinking what I'm probably going to end up doing is set aside 2 hours each on like Monday and Tuesday where he can do something with the kids and I can just focus on editing. So that for me is really like hard. It's probably not for other people, but I have always been, like, ever since we got married, I've always been a stay-at-home wife and mom. So it's hard for me to like take that time because I like spending time with my husband, and it's like nice to have that time with him. And just even if we're not really doing anything like one-on-one, but like we're together doing things with the family and everything. And there's plenty of time throughout the day to do that. So it's been hard for me to kind of come to this decision, but really it's what's going to be best for this, because it's hard for me to like steal enough time throughout the day to get this stuff done. And I think that setting aside that time is going to help a lot. So I will probably just go hole myself up in my room in order to do that. He's suggested that I go to a coffee shop, and I like doing that, but at the same time I feel like I'll get too distracted with like too much noise, like too many things going on. So I think I like the idea of staying at home to do it more, but we'll see how it ends up working out, and there might be a mix in there of different stuff. But anyway, so my goal is to get the whole book finished editing for the editing bit, and then hopefully by the end of February have it ready for beta reading. I found a AI editing software. So I will be attempting to do that. I'm going to get my manuscript to the point where I really am happy with it. And then I'm going to send it to that and see what's going on. And if I'm not satisfied with that, I'm going to look into an actual like editor, which I did not do with my first book, and I probably should have, but I just did not have the means at the time to do that sort of thing. So I think, yeah, I'm going to do that. Like, the AI editing software, like, it looks like it works really well and people really like it. I'm still kind of on the fence on, like, AI stuff, but I feel like using it to edit like this isn't that bad. I don't know, but I guess it kind of depends on your perspective. So yeah, who knows? But we'll try it out and see what works. And, yeah, and then I can, hopefully my beta readers all love the book, and I'll make any changes I need to make after that. And then I'm hoping that by end of March, maybe, I can have it set up for pre-order. So that's kind of my rough plan, and we'll see how well it goes. But yeah, that's, so far everything is going according to plan. I also have to finish designing the cover. I have a pretty decent start for my cover. But I am still playing around with ideas, and I'm trying to make it like match the cover for Hunting Death, which I just redesigned. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that, and it's coming along well. So, yeah, all of this is a lot of fun. I'm really thankful that I decided to do this because I'm just enjoying it so much. I love writing so much and creating these worlds, and I have so many ideas now for the subsequent books. You okay? Ugh, bad cough. I think this is going to be a 4-book series. I have a pretty clear idea of what I want to happen in the 3rd book. So I'm working on, I will be working, once I get the manuscript to the point where, I'm waiting for feedback from my beta readers, I'm going to do a good outline kind of thing for the 3rd book. And then I will go ahead and actually start working on writing that. So by the time I get a pre-order set up for Serenading Death, I am hoping to have the first first draft, hopefully, finished of that one, so that by the time you can order Serenading Death, so by the time like people get their copies of Serenading Death, then I've got the pre-order set up for Moonlit Death, which is going to be my 3rd book. So I'm very excited. This is going to be really cool, and I'm hoping that I can get both of these done and out there by the end of the year. And so Moonlit Death will probably be around October, I'm assuming. And that just kind of depends on how quickly I can write it. But these are novellas, so they're a little on the shorter side. But so I think Hunting Death was like 27,000 words or something. Like, it might have been a little bit more than that. Maybe closer to like 30,000. Serenading Death so far is about 37,000 words. It'd be awesome if I could get it to 40,000. I would love to have a little bit longer of a book. And I feel like that's possible because there's a lot that I kind of want to like sprinkle in that I thought of as I was writing like later in the book, and I was like, ooh, I need to go back and add these kind of things. So I think it's probably realistic to think that it will be about 40,000 words. And then Moonlit Death will probably be about the same, if not a little bit more. We'll see. Because we're getting into some deeper plot stuff going on. So I'm very excited. And then the 4th one, I do not have even like a working title yet. I'm kind of mulling it over in my head. But yeah, it's super exciting. I just love writing so much. I love creating worlds. I love this whole process. And I'm just very, very excited. And I'm thankful that I get the opportunity to do this, that it is so accessible at this point to write and publish. Because I remember when I was a kid really wanting to become an author, and I wrote a couple of stories like a children's kind of story, and I sent it to a couple publishers and I got rejection letters, and I remember feeling really discouraged because it's just like, it felt like it was super unattainable. And then people, not my direct like family and stuff, they were always very encouraging, but other people that I remember talking to, like even like friends and stuff, like my best friend at the time was just kind of like, well, good luck with that, you know, like, and it was just not, it was really discouraging. And so I kind of like put it off to the back burner, and I was just like, well, maybe it works for some people, but I don't think I can get it to work for me. And so I just kind of like didn't write for a while, even though I really loved writing, and I just kind of focused on other things. And then, yeah, I'm really glad though that I have gotten back into it. And yeah, and I was super happy. It was like 2018 where I was like, wait, I could actually self-publish something. Like at first self-publishing felt like it was, you know, just not that great. And, but you know, the way the internet has like streamlined this process, I feel like it's really nice, because I mean, in one way it's kind of like not great because you just get the oversaturation of like all of these stories that just whatever, you know, but it, at the same time, it makes it way more accessible for the people who, like me, are like really wanting to make this work and like actually writing stories that we've had inside of us for so long. So I don't know. It's all so much fun, and now I'm just kind of rambling about it. Anyway, that's my little update. I'm not sure if I'll do any more video added to this or not. I'm also not sure if I will do any more videos for a little while, because I'm just really sporadic with videos right now. I like making videos, but at the same time, it takes a while to create the content, edit the content, and I almost never have time to myself in order to do that sort of thing. I usually have kids running around and screaming, and I don't really want to put too much of them out there. I've kind of limited my social media footprint at this point, and I don't really want to put my kids out there online as much as I used to. So yeah, this might be the last video you see from me for a little while. Sorry about that. But I am blogging consistently. So if you would like to follow my blog, go to motherinthenorth.com and you can follow my blog. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, follow my blog, check out my books on Amazon, and I will see you all later. Stay lovely.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Get you daggone paw off my forehead. Her eyes got really big. No.